Kindly watch the video linked in the comments first. It is shared solely for your inner growth. It contains essential guidelines on how to maximize the benefits of the content. Skipping it may waste your time and dilute the true purpose of what follows. Please watch the videos in the recommended sequence only, as watching them out of order may lead to confusion.
Alright. Let's begin the query session, but I must warn you, my doubts are like monkeys on a mango tree. Jumping here and there, never still.
That's good. Monkeys are playful. Better than donkeys of ignorance, they just sit and refuse to move or listen. At least we can call to monkeys. So, tell me, what's your first mango of confusion?
If everything is one, then why do I feel like I'm here and that buffalo is over there, not me? And why can't I feel what the buffalo feels too?
Good question, Arav. Just because the buffalo chews grass and you chew ladus doesn't mean you're not connected. You both come from the same mud, but you've taken different shapes.
Okay. Listening, please continue.
You see, you are like one house with many rooms. One room laughs, one cries, one wonders. You're sitting in the Arav room, so you feel Arav's thoughts. If you were in the buffalo room, you'd feel flies on your back and grass in your mouth. You don't feel the buffalo's experience because you're watching this dream from your own window. But it's still the same dream house, just different views.
Wow! Now I understand how the illusion of separation works.
Imagine, Arav, there's a big well in the middle of a village. From that one well, every house draws water in different pots, one made of clay, one of brass, one of plastic. The water is the same, only the pots are different. You're one such pot, Arav pot. That dog over there, dog pot. Same water inside, just barking instead of talking.
So, I'm a talking pot and the dog is a barking pot?
Exactly. The one behind both is silent, just watching through all the pots. But since you're only looking from your own pot, you only feel your water. Your eyes, ears, nose, they all send signals to your brain, creating your world. Same with the dog, the buffalo, even that crow crowing on the fence. Each one gets its own set of senses, its own little movie. That's how the illusion of separation is born. Different pots, same water, but everyone thinks they're the whole show.
Oh, I get it now. The essence of everything is the same, like gold in different ornaments. Different shapes, sizes, and uses, but deep down, all of it is just gold.
Correct, Arav. Now, try to develop the vision of a thief.
What? But I'm not a thief. I've never stolen a single coin, not even from my cousin's snack jar.
Relax, I don't mean that kind of thief. Listen carefully, most people look at ornaments and admire the design, the shine, the weight, the cost. But what does a thief see?
Just the gold?
Exactly. He doesn't care if it's a ring, a crown, or a nosepin, he only sees gold, the essence, the real value. Now, you don't need to steal like a thief, but learn to see like one. Look beyond names and shapes. See the one behind all forms, in the dog wagging its tail, the tree swaying in the wind, even in that old grumpy postman who never smiles. See through the illusion of size and shape, catch the essence inside. And once you start seeing like this, oneness becomes inevitable.
Please, teacher, can you again show me this oneness, but through my own experience?
I like your perseverance, Arav. This one quality alone will bring you most of the answers you're looking for. Let's go a bit deeper now, like digging for sweet potatoes under dry mud. Tell me honestly, as you see and hear me right now, how far away do I seem to be?
Thanks, teacher, for those morale-boosting words. They really help in this dense jungle of doubts and confusion. Yes, I can see and hear you clearly. Maybe about 10 feet away? You are standing over there, right?
Now listen carefully, like a hunter in the forest. Where exactly are you experiencing my image and sound? At a distance of 10 feet? Or right where you are?
That's a bit confusing. But you told me to reflect deeply. So let me do that.
Yes, Arav. Check it thoroughly. Don't just nod like a parrot repeating my words. This isn't a lesson to memorize, it's a truth to realize. This doubt that I am over there and you are over here must be uprooted like a stubborn weed in the monsoon. If even a tiny root remains, it will sprout again and confuse you again.
Closing my eyes. Deeply introspecting. Check, check, check.
So, close your eyes if needed. Become still. Watch your experience like a cat silently watching its prey. Now tell me, where exactly is this sound, this image, this me really happening?
This is tricky, but wait. You are right, teacher. The sound of your voice, it's not coming from over there, it's just happening here, inside me. Even your face, I'm seeing it, but not outside like a tree or a bullock cart, it's showing up inside me, like a dream. So, you are not standing over there, you are appearing in here. In my seeing, in my hearing. Ayo! Does this mean you are living inside my head now?
Not just me, Arav, everything you see lives inside your awareness. The buffalo, the sky, the moon, even your grandmother's yelling, all of it is happening in here, not out there. But don't worry, I haven't crawled inside your head like a lizard. What you call outside has always been seen from the inside.
Ayo! It's just like a magic trick, a clever deception.
This is the magic trick of Maya. It paints a world out there, but it's all unrolling within the screen of your knowing. So when you say, I see you, what's really happening is, you are the seeing itself. And when there's only one seeing, without a fixed seer and seen, that's called oneness.
Thank you, teacher. I've experienced it, verified it, and now feel rooted in oneness. The illusion of separation, it was just that, an illusion.
Well said, Arav. But now comes the real test, not in silence, but in your daily noise. Suppose tomorrow, someone insults you in front of everyone, calls you a lazy buffalo with no brains. Will you still see him as the same one? Or your cousin takes the bigger ladu and leaves you the broken one, will you see oneness, or will your stomach grumble louder than your wisdom?
Ouch! That will be a real painful experience.
You see, Arav, realization is like spotting water underground. But living it, that's like digging a well, drawing water every day, and sharing it even when you're thirsty.
Ayo! If someone takes my ladu, I might still get upset, teacher, but maybe I'll see the one eating the ladu too. I won't pretend I've become some saint overnight. But now, this oneness, it's like a lamp that's lit inside me. Even if the wind of ego or anger blows, I'll try to protect the flame and keep seeing that one in everyone, even the annoying ones.
That's all that matters, Arav, not perfection, just sincerity. Fall, but fall consciously. Rise, but rise with awareness. And remember, the one never left you, you just forgot to look. Now that you've had cognition, your first glimpse of oneness, the real game begins. The thief, your ego, and the police, your awareness. This game is nothing but a dance of cognition and recognition, of forgetting and remembering. Keep playing and enjoying.
Thanks, teacher, but I have to admit, I feel a bit let down by this oneness business. I thought I'd become as big as the universe and start experiencing everything at once, like boom, cosmic bang. Anyway, let's catch up soon. I need to clear some doubts about this whole part of devotion next.